What is going on, guys? It's Jez TK here, and first off, I want to thank you guys for the amazing support that I got on my Run OC. 50 goddamn likes, that is insane. My most liked video on my channel, and one of my favorite experiences on YouTube, I think, so far. So that was insane. Once again, thank you guys. So I did say at 30 likes that I would bring you this camo tutorial, and we got 50, so I guess here we go. This is a bit different to what you would normally see from other editors. I haven't seen any other tutorials, although I haven't seen any other editor do it quite like this. I don't, as you can see, exactly change the color of the Cyborg camo. You can still see the orange, but I add an electrical glow that just looks more natural with the game, looks more integrated, and you could even do some pretty cool stuff like zap this guy. But you may see that from a future edit of mine. Calling it. So yeah, let's get started with this tutorial. So this is what it's going to look similar to when we're finished. Again, once you add the color correction, it does improve the look of the whole thing. But yeah, we're going to work towards this, and it shouldn't take too long at all. 5 to 10 minutes maximum to show you, and once you know it, once you see the video once, you should be able to do it pretty much 4 or 5 minutes. Like, it's really nothing. Most of the time is just me explaining what everything does. So you want to start off by doing a very large mask. Now, a lot of editors, if I add a new adjustment layer, we're going to work with adjustment layers with this one. So a lot of editors, when they're doing a mask, specifically to change the color of Cyborg, is they would go like very carefully around the side, and you know, I'm not even doing that, but they would go like that, as you can see, very carefully around the edges. But what we're going to do is, we're not going to do that at all. We're just going to go and make a big curve. What we basically want to do is we want to cover all areas that our gun will be going into. So all areas that the Cyborg camo will be showing, we don't want it to go outside of this mask, because then of course it's not going to work with the color change. So if we just quickly scrub through this video and just make sure that it's staying within the mask, it's pretty much there. I think we got it almost right. Yeah. I mean, that was the one I used for the Run OC. Like I said, you can pull it back. It doesn't have to be that big, but, you know, you can pull it in a little bit or down and stuff. Sorry for that. My phone is being weird, but yeah. So, you basically just want to make a large mask wherever the gun will be. Next thing you want to do is you want to go into that mask, double tapping M, or, you know, you can navigate through and find it in masks, and you want to increase the feather to 30. That's going to basically blur the edge. If you don't know what that does, I'll show you exactly what that does right now. If we put on a hue and saturation without a feather, and we turn on all the color, you can see the black and white just ends right there on the mask. But if we increase the feather to 40-ish, it fades, and even higher, goes even more. But we're going to stick with a 30 pixel mask because we're only going to be using glows, and glows normally don't exceed that. In fact, we'll go to 45. So yeah. Right, let's get started on the effect side of things. So first of all, you're going to want to drag a color change. So change color. I should note that you will need Sapphire plugin suite to continue with this tutorial just before you keep on going. If you can find another way to do it exactly the way I've done it, then be my guest, but I haven't seen any other plugins with the same options, settings and stuff like that that Sapphire have that I was able to do this with. So yeah. So change color. What we want to do is we want to basically pick up this ink dropper thing and just, I normally use this one as a template because it's the largest one. Just drop it there. To test if that worked, we go to hue, transform, and change the color. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, here, this is the result of our mask. It's okay though, if we bring this down to 12, it reduces that quite a lot, and it still looks pretty good. Like, a few things are lost, but really with the glow that we're gonna have in the end, it doesn't matter whatsoever. So, let's just change this to a light blue, for example. So, what we're gonna do from now is what a lot of people would do to try and add a glow to this blue, and what I did was I added an S glow. But the problem was it glowed everything else, and not just the blue. So one neat trick that I found out is if you go back up to change color, in the view section where it says corrected layer, you can select color correction mask. What that does is it basically gets rid of everything else except what has been changed, the colors. And Sapphire kind of sees that as the layer is only where these white dots are. There is no layer where the black is, which is nice because if we go to background on the Sapphire Glow, we can throw a background in behind it, which is our video. Now look what we have. We have this kind of freaky looking, I don't know, white and orange and black Cyborg camo. And we have a glow on where we change the color, which is pretty cool, but we don't exactly want just solid white from this, so we're gonna go to S-Glow again, scroll down to the bottom, and from light background we're gonna increase this all the way to 1. Now just watch what happens. That glow, if I bring it up in power, that glow turns from this white to whatever's behind the white, so this awesome ass orange. I mean, you gotta admit, that looks pretty fucking awesome. If you were to just edit with like that and not add anything else, that alone would look pretty damn sweet. But we're gonna do something more with that. In fact, I kind of just want to see what this looks like. I mean, come on. But yeah, we're gonna do some more stuff with this. Next up, we're gonna add some rays. So again, it's just S rays, but you can just type in rays and grab it from here. Drag it onto the adjustment layer. Ordering the plugins is very important in this. I'm going to show you why. We have the change color. This is just the white. Now we want glow coming from this white. We also want rays coming from only the white part. If we do rays here though, it's going to do it over everything because glow has added the background. So if we put it under or before the glow, we can see that it only glows, or it only puts a rays on this part, which is exactly what we wanted. We're going to change the center to about here, so that it's sort of coming out of the gun. And we're going to go to raise res, which is the resolution, and we're going to put that on quarter. What that does is it basically cleans it up a bit. On half, I guess you could work with half. It's pretty cool to do that, but quarter is the fastest, and I think it looks the cleanest in my opinion. Next, we're going to drag the threshold down to 0. We're going to mess around with the ray length and stuff like that. We'll put the brightness down to not 21, but 2. And we'll color it like blue or something. If we enable the glow now, it's looking pretty weird. That's because the glow is pretty weird in itself. So we're going to, on the glow, we're going to bring threshold down to 0. And we're going to change the color for this example to blue. Next thing we're going to add is the electrical part, which is just a simple turbulent displace. Now again, the ordering of this is very important, otherwise we'll just do this to our clip and it'll look pretty weird to say the least. So what we're going to do is we're going to just put the adjustment layer where the rays was. We're basically, when we're adding in a new effect, we start from the just above the change color. As you can see, it's added this sort of weird effect to it. It sort of just made it a bit warpy. You can see it there. But we need to make this more electrical rather than flowing. So we are going to turn the size really far down and the amount really far up. Turn the size like down to like 7, and the amount on about here is okay, I think. Again, it's all of a personal preference. You can just do this whatever way you want. For me, I think 7 just looks the best for me at the moment. So yeah, the last thing you want to do for this color change is you want to make it sort of a bit faster so it looks sort of electrical, not just flowing smoothly like that. In fact, I'm just going to put it on half so I can show you. Nope, you're not going to be able to see it. Holy crap. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see it because, yeah, resolution and stuff. But yeah, you don't want it just sort of flowing slowly. You want it really strong. So just take it back to wherever your camo starts. Add an evolution. Go to where the end is. And judging on how many seconds it is, like, okay, so this is, let's say, from 7 to 20, 30. Okay, let's just call that like 12, just to round it off, because it doesn't quite go that far. So So just call it like 12. So we'll just put the evolution on like 14 or something. So what that'll do is it'll basically just run through, changing itself the whole time, and just making it look pretty damn electrical. If we just... Again, you can even speed that up even more just to make it go absolutely insane if you wanted. So that is, I mean, you'd be surprised, but that's basically the tutorial. That's all there really is to it. If we had the color correction, we can see that it looks pretty damn sweet. Again, this part is just by far the coolest. I love this glow on the bolt. But yeah, we achieved the effect pretty well. That was the original. That was one we just did. Like I said, it's all about whatever setting. I mean, for the original, I used a 4.6 size on the turbulent displace and a 400 amount, whereas I wasn't quite as serious about that 400 and that on 4.6. You can see it gets even closer to what we did in the final one. But anyway, like I said, guys, it is all about personal preference. Don't just copy this tutorial exactly with what I've done. Use it as a guideline or use it to teach yourself how to do certain effects, but don't copy exactly what I did. That's the kind of terms and conditions for these tutorials. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this this tutorial. I hope you now know exactly how to do it, and I hope you now know a few more effects that you can work with your camos and with different things. Like I said, it's not perfect. You are getting a bit of electricity on the fence over there, but it works for what it is and for how fast we did it. It works perfectly. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. I have been Jez TK. Peace.